Hey, hello. What's up, everybody? Hey, today's video, I will try to do something different than what I do on my normal streams or like the usual ones. On this one, I will be trying to recreate the cartridge that you're looking on the screen of the computer. I'm gonna make a little zoom in or change the camera in order for you guys to see. So pretty much, I would like to be sculpting this Super Mario Bros. Cartridge for the Nintendo Entertainment System. I would like to see if I can make something pretty similar to the original one and figure it out how this goes. Hopefully, everything will be properly transmitted live on YouTube and Kick. And so I hope you guys like this. I'm just going to be changing the actual way that I'm using my camera. It's like I'm gonna try to make it point toward my hands. So give me a quick minute to try to do so. As you see, I have a lot of clay here already, and I'm wearing some gloves. So let me do that little modification right now. Okay, so I hope it's we are having a better side of the clay. I'm going to put back the camera into the I'm gonna make this a little bigger. Hopefully you guys will be able to see it a lot better. So now it should be taking some great in or take about the clay, my hands. I only will be using this little knife in order to make cuts and stuff like that. The clay, it's normal sculpting clay. It's a little bit harder than like the plasticine used by kids and things like that. But this one will be I've just modified it, like I combined it with beeswax, so it's going to be a lot firm and easier to work with as far as I think. I'm also gonna put a little music in the background. Give me a quick minute, guys. Just a sec. Hey, I hope stream it's something that you guys like. Hopefully, after I finish sculpting this, I will be trying to make it digital with Blender, and after that, I will be trying to make a asset for OBS to use it as a waiting screen or before starting my actual transmission. So hopefully that will be very useful for me. Okay, just a quick moment. I find the proper background music. You see, make it a lot less noise. I hope that in that volume it's good. A little bit higher. Okay, I think that'll be fine, right? Perfect, guys. Just a little more of mods right here, a little here, a little less power on the voice to saturate it, and I hope that it's perfectly now. So let's start. I'm just going to start by grabbing all this clay and try to make a block with it to try to simulate the size of the actual cartridge. So I'm going to put the mouse a little bit here and a little bit space for me right here, and let's go ahead and start, guys. So I will modify the position of microphone. Doesn't affect on my sound or how clear it sounds when I'm speaking. I hope it doesn't didn't give us any trouble with that. So just finish up this. Okay. think that will be great. So let's start, guys. I'm gonna try to mix all this before starting. If you guys would like to go from YouTube to Kik and give some support, or vice versa from Kik to YouTube, it will be great. I'm live on both platforms, so come in and drop something in the comments in case that you are watching this. So it's gonna take a while until I oh, my glove already broke. Pretty low quality gloves, to be honest. So possibly it'll take a while until I be able to mix all the clay properly, because I've just like created. It's like as I've told you earlier, it's one part where it's like 2.5 parts clay and 1 part beeswax. So that's why it's a little harder than normal clay, but nothing that we can handle. So I will keep mixing it and try to see if it's possible for me to create a uniform block to start sculpting the cartridge from there. So let's go ahead and see how this goes. As you see, it's starting to reshape into a block, so that will be the first part of the process. I also hope that as I keep playing with the clay, it will be start getting a lot softer, I expect, because at this moment it's pretty hard. So I will need to be playing around it with it in order to make it work fine. Pretty hard, to be honest. Probably I will be removing my gloves once this step is done, but will be useful until I reach that part. Try to expand the clay. Try to start giving it the actual shape of the cartridge. Little by little, be able to get it. Give me a quick. In order for this to look good. Okay, I hope it looks a little better. 100% sure, but let's see. We need to move around the material in order to make it like a uniform block. Because as you see, it's like it wasn't this actual shape, like the mold that I used to put the mix that I've done. I'm sorry guys that it's my echo advising me some Bluetooth stuff, but I will keep making a uniform block from here, making sure that I keep looking at my reference picture. You're seeing at it on the top right corner of the screen. That's where we're trying to be building today. So let's see how it goes. I'm sorry. It's that play. It's pretty hard. So it's pain at the beginning when you start like building the base of the sculpture, but once you're done, it's a lot better because you don't lose the details as easily as you would do on normal clay. So I think I've expanded a little bit more than what we had in the beginning, and that's nice. Little by little we'll be able to make it like the size and shape of a Super Nintendo cartridge. So I'll keep pushing material, moving material, going ahead and keep sculpting. As you see, it's a little bit thinner than in the beginning. Hopefully this would not take a very longer, because it's also a little tiresome, because we required a lot of pressure in the fingers in order for the material to move to the place where we would like to transfer it or push it. So it's a little, my hands will be a little tired after I finish, I think, but no worries. That's the good stuff about sculpting hard clay, is that you actually develop strong hands. We can continue shaping this block. Keep pushing material, moving it, pulling it over, and try to make a uniform block with this. I'm advancing slowly but secure, or it's constant advance. So let's continue pushing material, move some clay here, move some clay there. I'm trying to expand the size of the cartridge and make it a little thinner. That'll be the main objective right now. Okay, keep pushing. I'll take some material from this side over. Keep moving. As you see, this one is a lot farther than, sorry, it's a lot more fat than other parts of the block, so we try to push some more pressure here. Keep shaping this into a rectangular block, pretty similar as the one that we see on the image. Reference image, it's on the top right corner. It's actually Super Mario Bros. Cartridge for the Nintendo Entertainment System. Oh, okay. This looks like some kind of a sandwich. We'll be trying a different method now, because this part it's pretty hard. I'm not really sure if it's any changes visible by now, but my hands are starting to get a little tired, so probably I shouldn't be added as much V-wax as I add. Or I'm not really sure if it's just because of the temperature of the clay and the actual size of it. So I hope that after a while of playing with it, it become a lot easier to work with than as it is now. So I was gonna figure that if I make a real size one, but I'm not really sure if I have enough clay to do it. And also, as the clay it's pretty hard, Probably I will be making a scale version of it. Pretty much about the size or the scale of the size will be the amount that this block of clay allows me, right? So I think it's going to be like the half of the original size, possibly. I'm not really sure, but I think it's enough just to illustrate how this will be looking in digital or in 3D, I hope. I think then we have like 1.5 times the depth of a cartridge, so I need to keep bending the clay a little bit more. Okay. There's like some parts are really a little bit softer, like this one, but some others that are still hard now. So I will need to keep pushing and pulling and bending and making a lot of power from the hands, honestly, in order for these both pieces to weld properly together. It's gonna lose the block shape that I was making, but it'll be welding the block a little bit better. Okay, I feel it start feeling the clay, it start to feel a little softer. That's great. Try to keep softening this thing a little more, and we'll be changing those broken gloves for new ones. So just waiting to finish this block shape or base shape, and I will continue after that. Pretty much it's like remember when I was a kid and I used to play a lot clay, but I use the one for school, right? Like the one that we used to do like for homeworks and stuff like that in elementary school, and that thing was pretty soft and a lot more easier to use. The only issue that one has is like once you start like becoming a little better at sculpting, the details that you will be able to develop or to sculpt, that clay, it's not really great at holding them. That was one of my biggest issues using that kind of clay. And this one, it's like the brand, it's a Marv, something like that, and supposed to be sculpting clay a little bit harder than the one I was telling you earlier. But I think it's pretty still a lot soft enough in order for the detail to be lost. That's why I added wax to the mix, and now as you see it's a lot harder, a little bit harder to start working with it in the beginning, but after a couple of minutes working with it, it'll become a lot softer and it's gonna still holding a lot more of detail than normal clay or sculpting clay itself. So I hope it's that'll be I hope that it's like visible on the stream. Hopefully it will. I think we are pretty much like on the proper depth, but it's not uniform yet, so I will try to go ahead and fill and expand the parts that ain't properly expanded or sculpted already, and try to go ahead and correct those areas. It's pretty relaxing to be working with clay, to be honest, because it's like you can forget about too much things and just focus on moving the clay and shape it to the actual way or the form that you would like to give to the materials. That's something that I really enjoy, like transforming some shape into a different one, or something simple into something a little bit more complex and stuff like that. Okay, so we look like we are advancing pretty fast now. The clay is a lot softer and more easy to work with. I'm start to see the actual shape of the cartridge already. So let's hope it's a good one and doesn't break all over once we are about to finish, right? Like sometimes when you're working with this and you don't use like uniform blocks of clay, it could happen. So that's why I try to push it a lot in the beginning and make sure that I'm working around with the clay properly in order for the shape to be solid. As you see, it's starting to look a lot more uniform and with the same width all over the piece. I think it's just necessary to make it a little longer now, because this is pretty square too for the original form of the cartridge. So this will be the next mission, the stream. So I'm gonna try to start expanding it towards make it longer, more like a rectangular shape instead of the squared one that we have already. So well, as you see, we can see some cracks in the block. This is because it's done with a lot of these other more thin little blocks that I've put into some kind of mold when I was making the clay a little earlier. But as you see, it doesn't matter. If we find it earlier at the sculpting, we can just like reshape it and make sure that the crack is properly filled and like corrected on the sculpture. So now we will keep pushing material in order to make this longer, a little bit more of a rectangle shape. I think I'm getting closer to the basic shape. That's great. Okay. Now I'm gonna try to see how squared I can lift this piece using only my hand. As the more square that I can make it in this step, it's going to be making the next one a lot easier, because I will be start using the little knife that I have right here to make actual straight lines and stuff like that. Now it's looking more like a NES cartridge than a square, as I'm looking from my perspective at least. Let me know in the comments, you guys, if anyone watches the video, what you can see from yours. Okay, I think I have a pretty basic block now. So now the next step will be to make it squared, right? Just a couple more details here. Here. Of the corners. Square a little of the corners. They are pretty round already. So how this is looking. I think it's going. It's gonna start. Like the changes are going to be noticeable from here, possibly. So, well, we have something like a main. We have the main shape of the sculpture or the cartridge. Okay, so now I'm gonna try to make it actually squared. So, go ahead and use my knife. And it will be like art processes, because as I've told you earlier, the block is not uniform, so it will be necessary to be like removing material and adding material in some other areas and stuff like that. But I expect that in the end I will have a uniform shape of clay and will be pretty much perfectly squared as I can make it. Let's go ahead and continue removing chunks of clay. Really relaxing, to be honest. Take this other one. Take a little bit more from here. Okay. Feels pretty relaxing to be making slices of clay, to be honest. One more. You see, this one is a little less uniform than the other, and it's giving me more troubles to make it or to cut it. But nothing couldn't solve, right? There we go. Flakes. Those will be flakes of clay. I'm gonna take this other part, and hopefully it will look a lot more squared. Possibly not like enough squared already, but a lot more than what we started with. Okay, so this one is pretty asymmetric also. I'm gonna need to remove a little bit more from here. Okay. So as you see now, it has a lot more of the shape that I would like to have in the corner, right? But it's still pretty. I'm sorry, guys. Just with this fucking thing. Fucking echo doesn't work for anything and just make a lot of fucking noise, right? Now I'm gonna try to see what will be the proper way to make this side flat, right? So I think it's gonna be necessary to go by parts. I'll try to go that way. Fucking dogs, right, guys? If it's not the echo, it will be my neighbor dogs. Those motherfuckers bark all day long. Pretty annoying little dogs. I will keep shaving the block in order to make it flat, nice and flat. Hopefully after we finish this process or this step, we'll be looking a lot more like a cartridge than just like a block of clay. Okay. Shaving in, taking some chunks of the clay that we don't need in order for the block to have like the same dimensions and uniform, make it a lot more uniform than what we have right now. I'm gonna take some chunks from here. Right from here. Now I will start actually shaving like if it were or was some kind of razor. Making sure we flat through all the surface to make it properly flat and nice. The fact that we had that beeswax, I think it's what it's allowing us to go and shape it like this, because if not, I think that probably it will be too soft in order to this to be possible. Keep taking little pieces until I see a uniform piece of clay. It's pretty satisfying for me, to be honest. Oh, I almost cut my hand. Need to be more careful. So it is that it's going a lot more flat and nicer than and the other one that we have this side. But we're gonna try to make the same for all the block. But we are saving a lot of clay from the block already. Removing a lot of material that we don't need, and as you see, as more as we pass the knife, it flattens and flattens the surface a little more, and it becomes a lot nicer to see, and it also feels a lot better. Pretty much I think I'm just about to finish flattening this side. I think I'm going to start putting some filler on the cracks, because if not I will be end with a too slim piece. Now as you see, the clay itself, it's telling us where it needs a little more material and where it needs to be taken. Like if I put it right here, make it a little flat and push it a little, as you see it starts like becoming one with the piece. Okay, we'll keep shaving this entire here and there. I'm gonna keep shaving until we have the solid and flat block. And right after there, or when we reach that point, we will start sculpting the details on the cartridge. So we're almost like in the half of the process, I think. Like as the detail increments, I think it becomes longer or more difficult, but this is the part where the progress actually, it's pretty noticeable, because we started with like a shitty piece of clay, and now we have this that it's at least it's flat from one of their sides, so it's like we are moving forward a little by little. I'm going to try to make one of these sides squared also, so I'm going to start shaving it too. And I create a little ball in the center where I can put the little slices of clay that I'm getting while shaving it. We'll make a little cut here. And I'll start shaving here again. We'll take this manually. As if the were automatic, right? Okay, this one it's not as flat as I would like, but it should work for at least right now. Okay, go with this side now. Fucking dogs, I think. Those guys killed the shield pipe a lot, right? It's like we are vibing pretty nice here, and those motherfuckers ruin all the ambience. Fucking second. Okay, it's gonna be a little cut in here too. We're making it a lot square then. Keep shaping to make it more flat. Okay, I like this two sides already. Let's go with this one. I think this one is a little softer. Probably was water or more worked than other parts of the clay. That's why it's really important to like play a little and make some balls and like do a little massage to your clay before starting, because it will make it a lot more easier to use. Okay, taking some material from here. Trying to square this with my fingers. Okay, well, I'm pretty happy with the sides that we've already modified. I think it's just this one, the upper part. The thing is that every time that we do something on a side, we left like a couple of marks on the other. But as we need to work less and less on every side, every time that we make it a little square, a little more square, it's just gonna be like repass those edges a couple of times probably. Feel it like pretty more square now than it was before, but I think it's still not uniform. I still see some creeks and valleys on the other side. That's the one that I haven't flattened, by the way, so I will try to do this. Put a little material here. I think I'm going to be changing globes now. And we put some patches right here. Hopefully they will stick properly to the clay. Fucking annoying dog. Okay, I'm gonna start shaping this other side to make it flat also. Okay, nice. Feels really nice. And it's like once you flatten the both sides, the big ones, the block starts feeling a lot more like something like a piece and not just like a actual sculpted piece and not just a clay block. That's what it is pretty much by now, but what a beautiful block, right? You can see right here we have a little valley or a hole here. I'm going to try to put some clay of the same that I'm removing in order to flatten it. And as you notice now that I flattened both this side and this other side, these ones are already pretty fucked up again, but it's just a repeat and repeat and repeat process where you keep flattening, and as the more flat is the other surface that you are working with, the less that you need to make pressure. It's like you will be losing less and less details until you have a pretty solid and weird piece. You see, I've removed a lot of clay already, and I'm not really sure if it actually visible on the size of the block. It's pretty much really similar as it was in the beginning. I have noticed too much of change on it. Okay, like flat, just a couple of holes, pretty little holes now, but still holes, right? Go this other side. Keep taking material from this block. Shaping it back into the hole. I think it's looking pretty much as the original block of clay that I bought there. I could start from there if I haven't added the big wax, but it wouldn't be holding details as good as this one would do. Okay, so now that we have both sides properly flattened, I'm gonna try to check if this time I can make it nice to make. Make this thing a little bit more squared. But I don't think it's working really. Okay. Well, I think I fucked up. I don't know if I take too much of this side. Let's go ahead and take another good piece from here. Okay, I will do a couple of little hits. Try to make it more squared. But I think it's pretty fucked up by now. It's not really squared, and the method that it works pretty great for this surface, it's not doing pretty much nothing on this other side. So we just try to keep shaving as I was doing it before, and see if this time we see a little difference. I'm gonna take a little chunk from here, stick it right there. And shape. I don't know. Not liking what I'm seeing. Hopefully I can correct it a little later. Okay, I'm not liking this any. Let me take off the gloves. I think they're making this a lot harder actually. Or not that necessary now that I've properly shaped the main block. And I feel a lot more of control of the clay with my bare hands than using those gloves. So see how this one goes. I think this specifically will be a lot easier to be done on Blender, but I would like to have like the physical reference of what I'm going to be building on Blender before making the digital one. As you see, working with the actual sensation of my fingers gives me a lot of control in the clay. Now I feel a lot more control when I'm trying to square parts and build corners and things like that. I think I'm controlling a lot more where the blade's going and where it's not. Okay, as you see, it start to looking a little deformed, but it's just some corrections that I'm making. So we'll be looking a lot better in a moment. Okay. I think now the shape looks a little bit more squared, but now it doesn't have the edges that I have earlier, but those ones could be created with a knife, I think. I will try to do so in a moment. Just a sec. I feel a lot of peace when I'm sculpting. Almost an hour live, and I feel like I've just started up, honestly. Really great to work with clay. If you guys haven't done anything like this before, I really recommend you to try it one day, and feels pretty relaxing. Okay, like the main shape, I think. I'm gonna keep just adding some details and trying to make it a little square with the bare hands. Or when the moment that I start using the knife again, try to remove a lot less material this time than the previous shape that I've done. So let's see if we can make that. Okay. I think this time we're making it, looks like. I hope it's, because I'm not thinking of any other way to make these sides look flat without like making a cut on them as before, but those ones remove a lot of material, and if you make a little movement, also the cut will be not squared, so it doesn't have too much sense to do it that way. And this one went a lot better. Keep shaving this area. And as you see, it's like every time that we shave, we lost less detail, as I've told you a little earlier, because it's supposed to be less pressure applied on the piece. Okay, it is when it's kind of flat, not 100%, but feels a lot better than before. It's like, it feels like you never end, but we are actually doing some advance, I think. Some progress. Okay guys, I think this block looks pretty flat on this side now, and this one not that much, but it's a little flatter too. Just remember that every 2 or 3 rounds that you give it, you need to start applying less pressure in order for the details to be kept, not lost it with your own hands. Okay, I'm going this side now. Take out the excess. That were pretty fucked up. It's like I've removed a lot of material to make it more flat. It looks pretty beautiful now, and just a fucking block, right? But I don't know, it's this feeling when you are the actual one that it's building it, like you get some kind of a bond with your pieces. At least that's what I feel, because this block is pretty similar as the one that you receive when you buy the actual clay, but being you the one that creates it makes it feel a little different. Okay, I'm gonna take a look to it. I think this side are a little more weird now, but I wouldn't say that those are great already. But I think we are advancing, moving forward, having some progress. Possibly I'm going to make the cuts now. I think it's like if I divide it in this, take something like less here. Let's see. cut in here. Cut right there. Okay. Pretty good. I think it looks pretty good actually. Just a little corrections probably, but nothing to come. I'm sorry, I think I lost a little for the camera, but I'm back. I need to be making the cut that I've just done. I'm flattening. Fuck, I think I fucked up. I removed a lot of material from here. Shouldn't be that much. What I do? I'm going to try to refill it with the shape that I'm actually taking from here. Hopefully it'll bend. There we have it. Little patch. Doesn't look that ugly as I'm looking here. Okay. Little flat here. And a little flat in there. I think I can go ahead and take a little shape. Little slice here and there. Okay. Good enough. Fair enough. You've hit metal 17 times, Dimitri. Now I think the hardest part will be making it symmetrical to the the next cut. Need to be pretty precise. Okay. It's looking a lot more like a Super Nintendo Entertainment System cartridge by now. Damn. And it is much. not pretty straight, but I was going to make some changes already. So. I think this one got a little more material removed, but that's not a problem. I can correct it as the previous one. So I'll keep putting material where I think I remove more material than I needed. I think it's just a little bit more back here. Okay, I can start flattening again. It's even deeper than before. What the fuck I done? Shit, guys. Looks easy, but it's fucking not. Okay, how's it looking? I think now I need to put a little more on this one. Oh, corrections fucking needed. I'm gonna do a little lines. And one would fit here. There it is. It fits properly. Now we just need to make it look better and more symmetrical and nicer. To do so, I will be pressing with 5. Little shape here. I use those flakes to make some filling right there. Repeat. Okay, how's this looking? It looks a little better. Let's make some joints here. Some union here. and other shape. Remove the excess right here. Make sure we don't take a lot more than we need. Okay, really nice cut, I think. But to be honest, I'm not sure. I really like the endings of this one, but I will continue like that by now. I will left it like that for now, just to try to move around to the next steps. Would it be like from here? It makes a straight line all over the top. It has some other right here. I'm gonna take like a full amount of clay from here. Okay, let's be careful. I don't want to mess this up. We have it. A nice cut, I think. Now we just need to repair the vessels that I fucked up. I think it's deep enough for the image that I'm looking here. Little shaping here. It looks pretty shitty from some angles. Okay, be making some cuts here. I'm trying to fit. And with those amounts of clay, try to repair these big holes right here. Okay, I think I might need to use external clay in order to make this a little better. Okay. Okay, this hole is a little more complex as I think, because the tools that I'm using right now are not the most professional ones, so I hope that I'll be able to at least give it a basic shape to this thing. Some good starting shape. I'm gonna keep shaving a little just to make sure we are still flat and we haven't changed the main shape of the figure while doing these movements and stuff. Guys, this fucking hole, it's being more difficult than I thought. I think it's because I cannot like make the knife to really access here. I think we find a solution around. Let's see. I think it doesn't look pretty great, but at least it's a lot better than before. I want to think. But I'm not 100% sure, to be honest. I think there's some areas where it's pretty fucked. But okay. What we have already. It's nothing pretty amazing, to be honest, and I'm not have the proportions pretty great, but I think we are like making something similar, not like an exact replica. So we'll try to do an experiment here. Okay, I'm gonna try to see if I can put play instead of remove it in order to make this look a little better, because I'm not really liking it actually. think it looks nicer. But let me just finish. I think this is the part where it's pretty fucked up. Make it a little better. I thought that was just what I was doing, but it wasn't. To put some pressure from the other side. Okay. Now looks nicer, I think. Working little hole just a little bit more, and after this I can start figuring out, well, how am I going to make the detail. How's it looking, guys? Let me know in the comments if when it's here, or please drop out something in the chat in case that someone is connected. Okay, so a lot more squared now, but pretty ugly in the inside. Possibly I will need to change tools, but I didn't have anything with me to use it more than this little knife, so I'll keep with this one. And if this video starts, you guys start liking these videos and giving them love, probably I'll keep upload them and use better tools as I be trying to upgrade my stuff, right? I think I'm gonna lift that hole as that and make sure if, or try to see if I can flatten those sides again. Lift them. Perhaps do it carefully. Fuck up all the progress that I've just done. And parts. Looks like little holes on it. I'm going to some clay from the one that I'm actually passing. There. Little or here. Got from Antique, Grievance 3S 8, picked ynesa.com. No, I think it's spam. Read, guys. Why I always receive comments from spammers or bots. It's like I'm not popular enough for anyone to see me already. That's not good, but it is what it is, right? It is what fucking it is. So I'm not worried at all. I know that if I keep uploading good content, viewers will come someday, right? Almost dropped my play. Will be pretty shitty because I don't have like regular floor. I have a rug. Fuck. If I drop the clay to the ground, to the floor. Moving. Other parts of cartridge. Hey guys, I'm feeling very relaxed now. 1 hour and a half and it feels like nothing. Looks pretty good now, I think. You guys, I think I'm starting to see something right now. Pretty cool. Cool, I'm sorry. Looks really, really cool. A little chueco right here. It's properly squared. Moving a little material. I think I'm going to put a patch, making sure I just of material, not that much that I've removed. We squared a little with our fingers. Finger salad. Oh, that old YouTube video is really dingy, right? I would like to have some water here to put it on my fingers and it makes the toes of my hands a lot smoother to make corners like this one, stuff like that. Okay, I think it's no longer, it's already squared up. I've corrected properly. I just make it flat. Little corrections here too. Fucking sides are pretty fogged already. As I told you earlier, it's like doesn't matter how careful you try to be, it's like you will be losing some details while you manipulate or move around the piece. So it's pretty normal to be corrected almost detailing in order to not keep losing and losing those details. Okay, so I think I'm going to start making those lines here. parallel lines with because make those lines right here. And we take it here. Big space. Another line. Big space again.
Welcome home, Columbia. Beautiful, beautiful. Discovery 4 computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
Okay, I think those looks good, but the thing is that they need to look 3D, right? So first remove a little. Sorry. First we'll remove a little material from it. Right.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Here. I think this will hardest part of the process. It would be great to have the right tools with me, but I've just reminded where the clay were, but the tools to work with it. So possibly at this point using a pen. Okay. Go ahead. Go with the pencil. Removing a lot better with this little pencil, but not really sure if it's keeping enough detail. Fine, but way to do. Try to have the same length. Best to be detailing this with a pencil and a knife only. I hope to get them good ones, which better shave it I expect for for the actual shapes that are like carved to still left some details like as carved, and look a lot better after I do that step. So let's go and see. It looks ugly right now, but will be look better. Just give it a moment. Okay, looks pretty shitty. Let me see if I can keep adding more detail without losing the things that I'm actually I'm sorry, I try to focus on these lines a little better to see them better. I take it away from the camera. It's a lot harder as I thought to be just a NES cartridge. Okay, I keep doing lines. We are like half of the way with these things, but possibly we will need to be like going through them a couple more of times after they are done. Another line. One more. Okay. I think this I'm starting to get like the actual way on how to do those lines. I'm becoming a professional cartridge sculptor. Here, correction here, here. Need to make a little bit straighter lines. Sorry, hit the microphone with my pencil. Okay, it's looking good, right? Well, let's keep making some details here, and gotta do that once it's all the lines are properly done. I think only one in here, here. And it's almost half of the cartridge, and it's big space there. be passing the knife to flatten this after I finish, but at least I'm gonna have the places where I need to be passing those pencil lines. Yeah, now the lines seem pretty lost, but we still have a little of them, so I'll keep detailing them. As you see, they look a lot better after you joint them and flatten them. Here we go again. Another shape. As you see, it looks like after every shape, the original shape of these things, like we have a little update that it keeps on the design. So possibly the third time or the fourth time that we've done it should be good. Should be the good one. I'm just making this straight line too on this other side. Okay. Try to take the most play as I can. Show you. And okay, so I'm lifting without words, guys, so I'm sorry if I stop talking in some moments, but there's some moments where I just really focus on what I'm doing here with the clay, so just because of that I've stopped talking a lot, but it's just normal because I get very concentrated, and when I go into the zone I stop talking, guys. I'm sorry. Very important to take as much as these little balls as you can, because those are the ones that get all sticky while you are making the shapes and trying to normalize this surface or make it a little bit less clay and more like if something solid or real. I'm good. I'm gonna go with another shave and hope time we will be able to see a lot more of the texture lefting in. So as you see, it's respecting a lot more of the carvings that we've done on the previous step, right? Pretty particular details that are not being left there, but no worries. We go ahead again and few passes to make them. Okay. Take the exit. Some other passes on these ones now. That and erased. Those little textures. Feels really great to see the actual changes of how we started and what are we seeing right now. Amazing to work with clay. Also, when you do it late in the night, it's really something that possibly will help you to sleep. If you would like to go sleep with one of these videos on your TV and you will go on in 15 minutes. At least that happens to me. I used to put the ones of the guys who cleans rocks and things like that. After 15 minutes seeing or watching those kind of videos, I start getting really sleepy. As most play as we can from these little lines. We are going right the way. I hope that the next razor that I gave this time the shapes actually keep there. I hope. Let's see. Look pretty fucking shitty when you look at like a little bit from near, but let's go ahead and shape. Sorry guys, we disconnected for a moment. I think it's back online, hopefully. So now I'm just this part. I will try to keep making some shapes here, and I'm gonna be using the pencil anymore, just marking those details with knives here. Or not. I think I'm just going to be making the shape again. Okay, now that it's shaped, I will try to just pass the pencil these little details. To carefully remove these little pieces of clay. Okay, it looks a little cartoony, but I think it's looking good. It's not the best that I did, but at least it's honest work, you know. Now we are going to make the part where the actual sticker of the game goes. Little hole in there to make some kind of a separation. I'm gonna take a little clay from okay. I think I fucked up. But I just removed a little amount of clay in order to create the space where the sticker of the game should be put on. So I'm just going to be normalizing the surface. Remove a little more clay from here. Okay. Starting to look like a cartridge, I think. Just a little here. And will be enough depth, just like to simulate the sticker that should be sticked right there. So now I'm just gonna try to make it look flat. Remove little clay from here. Recover some clay to there. I don't want to hold, just some cut in the base of the second. Okay, looks pretty. Sorry, I'm taking.
Discovery Houston, press to ATO.
Liftoff of mission 41D, the first flight of the Discovery.
About to finish the sculpture. Be liking it, to be honest. I don't think it's going to be looking pretty much exactly as a Nintendo cartridge, but it looks pretty similar. Judging by the tool. Going really better as I thought that it was gonna be. Fix. You're going places with this NES cartridge. I think I've lost some volume doing the paving. And I think you see already have noticed that I lost a lot of the detail that I've done to the lines, but I don't really care. It's like when you are like manipulating the main shape of the sculpture, lots of changes will be done and need to reshape a lot of stuff. So no issues. And detailing this thing after I have like all the main components properly done. We are. Now, paving here. Morning. Right. Make the waters in. I think I didn't need to go that deep. Right? Take the knife. Guys, I think it's going pretty nice. I'm actually liking it a lot. Be a nice piece to collect. And the one that I was talking earlier, this one it's not as fucking annoying as the other two, because the other one are two, so when one it's not fucking barking, the other one take his place, right? But this one it's not that annoying. I think it's a bigger dog, so their bark are not barking. So, they're exactly what to do it, but to be trained by their own. But a lot of dogs, main issue with them, I think. But boom. On topics, we are just about to finish the or cartridge, like in me. Sell them cassettes. Not really sure if the United States or Australia use the same kind of word. I'm not sure if you use like cassette or cartridge, or which was the word you guys used to refer to this older couple area. The little triangle that goes here, possibly for that. Taking this as finished. In case that the video gets popular or you guys liked it, I can try to continue adding more details or upgrading the little cassette that I'm making right here. In case that you would like me to sculpt something else, also let me know in the comments. Be more than glad to try to sculpt whatever you crazy comments say.
Liftoff of mission 41B, the first flight of the orbital Discovery, and the shuttle has cleared the tower. Discovery's core computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
Okay. I think it's going pretty well. I'm nailing it. Well, as far as that's why I'm thinking. But if you guys think different, let me know in the comments. Put right there that what the fuck are you saying, guy? That looks like a fucking piece of shit. That would be pretty fucked up, but if that's the truth, that's the truth, right? So let me know, guys. Let me know how you think in the comments. Reach into Geek, find me on YouTube. Let's make this thing grow. We can make it with the help of people who like to see and enjoy this kind of content. And I will be creating more crazy stuff as more people keep watching or subscribing to my channel. Okay, guys, I think the little sticker part, it's almost done.
That's one small step for man, one giant leap
I'm just going to here be able to rest the cartridge. And think. No, I think it's okay. Oh, now it's just a triangle right here. Oh, sorry again. Some space like this and okay. One looks pretty simple, but as this other one, it's like a negative carving, so it will be a little hard to do with a pencil and a knife. Gotta go ahead and shit. Oh, okay. To clean the knife. Surgical precision stuff to not get fucking caught. I wouldn't like to go emergency right now. Okay, so looks like most of the triangle is there, but doesn't have any shape anymore. A lot more triangle-y this time. Let me go ahead and keep removing some material very carefully. Sorry, guys. Eraser helps me with that this main shape of the triangle. Like it's working. Label. Good and nice. Work around people. I think I got it. I think I fucking got it. Gotcha. See how this looks now. Okay, looks good, but not really triangle-y. Let me go ahead and reshape it again. Okay. Really liking it. Selected more how it used to look before I've done all the stuff with the pencil and the eraser. But no words. That's why we have clay, right? It's like you can correct a lot. You can cheat away. Fuck. I'm gonna try it again. You know what? Actually, I'm not going to go that way. Give me a moment. I have a better idea. What if I do like a circle? I make sure to properly flat. I flatten this again. A good idea. Okay, let's go ahead and one more. Okay, great. About to finish. I'm stuck on this fucking triangle. And fucking dog. Wish my neighbor moved. Okay, that fucking triangle is fucking hard, guys. Anyone know a good way to make negative carvings in clay here? I would appreciate an advice. Okay, looking a lot better than the previous one. I think I'm about to finish. Just hope you don't fuck up with this part. There it is, man. I think it looks great. A little fucked from the inside, but not sure what to put inside to make it flat and not fuck the triangle too. So I think I'm just going to try it pretty fucking carefully. And if I cannot do it on the first one, probably I'll just left it. Wish me luck, guys. Hey guys, I think we are done. Just put a little corrections in here. Get the excess out of here too. Okay guys, I think I finished. It's not like a one-to-one replica, right? But I think it looks pretty similar to the original one, right? And for the purposes that I wanted, it's pretty effective. So now wait for another video where I'm going to be digitalizing this little cartridge and creating him on Blender. I think I'm gonna use Blender in order for this cartridge to be created as a 3D asset. So I would like to put the logo of my channel on it once it's like that, but I think for the moment good enough to be done just with a pencil and a knife. The idea is to create it in Blender, and once it's done, create a proper render of this and generate some kind of an image of this thing, like rotating or giving some spins and putting something like coming back or starting soon on my stream. So whenever I need to go to the bathroom or before I start my streams, instead of using just a black screen or an empty desk without anyone on there, I hope that we can have this little cassette spinning around the screen, but in a digitalized version. Please let me know what you think about it in the comments, guys. If you like these kind of videos, I'll be more than glad to keep doing content like this. And if you like me to put more details into this cartridge, please let me know, and I'll be more than glad to keep working on it. Have an excellent day, guys, and thank you a lot for watching the videos.